Stanisław Żółkiewski is seen as one of the most accomplished military commanders in the history of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. During his military career he won major battles against Sweden, Muscovy, the Ottoman Empire and the Tatars. He died in the 1620 Battle of Cecora against the Ottomans. This year is the 400th anniversary of his death. Stanisław Żółkiewski of the Lubitsch coat of arms was born in the village of Turin-Kaniłów in 1547. In 1566 he joined the court of King Sigismund II Augustus, as an aide to the king's secretary Jan Zamoyski. In 1573 he took part in the diplomatic mission to France, sent to meet a newly elected King Henry de Valois of France, and on his way back he was sent to Vienna to appease the Habsburgs. Żółkiewski gained his first military experience under King Stefan Batory during the Danzig Rebellion, in which he commanded a rota of Polish hussars. He subsequently participated in Batory's Livonian campaign, fighting at Polotsk and at the siege of Pskov. Żółkiewski maintained his political alliance with the Zamoyski family. He captured Samuel Zborowski. After the election of Henry de Valois as the next king of Poland during the quarrel, Castellan of Przemysl Łopowski was hit with Zborowski's mace and was badly hurt. Łopowski died a week later. The new king did not want to start conflicts with the mighty family of Zborowski and sentenced him to banishment. In 1588, during the War of the Polish Succession between factions of Sigismund III Vasa and Maximilian III, Żółkiewski supported Sigismund. Żółkiewski commanded of Commonwealth forces in the Battle of Pesina, during which he received a knee wound that lamed him for the remainder of his life. For his part in the battle he was appointed a field crown hetman. Soon after becoming a hetman, he became the Castellan of Lwów. Żółkiewski participated in the Moldavian campaign and the Battle of Cecora. He defeated the Cossack uprising of Severin Nalivaiko. When the Cossacks surrendered, Nalivaiko and other leaders of the uprising to him, he guaranteed their fair treatment. But Nalivaiko was subsequently executed in Warsaw and a mob of Polish soldiers massacred the other prisoners. In 1600 Żółkiewski returned to Moldova, where he took part in the victorious Battle of Pskow. In 1601 Żółkiewski operated in the north, in Livonia, in Flinty, during the Polish-Swedish War. He also took part in the successful siege of Wilna. That same year he led Polish forces at the Battle of Reval, which led to a Swedish capitulation at the siege of Biały-Kamień. In 1606 he decided to support the king during the Zebrzydowski Rebellion. In the Battle of Guziu he commanded the left flank of the royal forces. He was appointed to the office of the Voivode of Kiev. In the second half of 1609 Żółkiewski took part in the Polish-Muscovite War, also known as the Dimitriads. He supported the election of Władysław IV Vasa for the Tsar of Russia and the idea of a personal union between the Commonwealth and the Tsardom of Russia, the Polish-Muscovite Union. During the Delagardy campaign in 1610 he achieved another significant victory against combined Russian and Swedish forces at the Battle of Klushino. As a result of his successful campaign, Żółkiewski seized Moscow and captured the Tsar Vasily Shuisky and his brothers. Zygmunt rejected Żółkiewski's political plan, however, which would have required Władysław to convert to Orthodoxy. In 1612 he became a teacher and tutor of Stanisław Koniepolski, future hetman and military commander. In 1616, during a sejm, he presented a project on the raising of the Kwarsen soldiers, in which he argued for the need to raise a larger army to deal with the Tatars and the Cossacks. As Żółkiewski's popularity waned in the latter years of his career, he was accused of failing to stop the Tatars at the Battle of Oranian in 1618. He finally received his coveted Bulawa of the Grand Crown Hetman, and shortly afterwards the office of Grand Crown Chancellor. He was thus for a brief period the most powerful individual in the Commonwealth after the king, a position he reached not through wealth or family but by military achievement and reputation. Despite being more than 70 years old, Żółkiewski continued in active service as a military commander until the very end. He died on the 7th of October 1620, during the Commonwealth's retreat after the Battle of Cecora against the Turks, during the Polish-Ottoman War which marked the end of the Moldavian campaigns. During the last rout Żółkiewski was killed. He refused to retreat, preferring to stay with the rearguard till the very end. After the battles, Żółkiewski's corpse was desecrated by the removal of its head and sent to Constantinople as a trophy of war. His widow bought his body from the Turks and ransomed their son, who had been captured during the battle. Żółkiewski was buried in St. Lawrence Church in Żółkiew, now Żółkiew, Ukraine, the town he enlarged and where he built the Żółkiew Castle. Over the course of his career, Żółkiewski amassed a large fortune, was one of the wealthiest magnates in the Commonwealth. Żółkiewski's heroic death guaranteed him a place among the pantheon of the most famous of Polish military commanders. His great-grandson Jan Sobieski became a Polish king and another renowned Polish commander. Horace's motto is related to Żółkiewski: "How sweet and fitting it is to die for one's country." We invite you to subscribe to our historic channel. Click on the black Pro Patria Poland team icon and subscribe. Thank you and see you soon.